Hey, conservative influencers, this video is for you. Can you please stop rage baiting anything that's pop culture? Can you please stop trying to find the flaws in things that are decently good or an attempt to at least be good? We cannot win the pop culture. We just can't win the pop culture war if we're trying to find something wrong with it and to be a critic when it only helps serve rage bait and clicks and retweets and shares. But we are so bad at this. We're so bad at finding the good in something, the value in something, because we are losers when it comes to pop culture. We're absolutely losers. And by being losers, we continue to lose because we don't know what's good anymore. We're not teaching, you are not teaching your audience what is good when you constantly only point out the things that are bad. You can't just point out the things that are bad. When you just point out the things that are bad, it makes it appear as if everything is bad. So when you have a video game like PRAGMATA come out, and that game is wholesome and it's pure and it shows the love of a father and daughter, and you try to nitpick it and find ways that it's just not right according to the very specific view of women and men that you have, like, you're not helping us. It's not helping us. And this, I can't express this enough. And I'm sure there's people out there that agree with me on this, but we've had enough. Here's the other thing that happens. This is very, very important. When you are constantly so negative about anything in pop culture, as opposed to pointing out the good, you're not encouraging investment in pop culture. Instead, what you're doing is you're telling all the capital that building something that's creative, that's entertainment, that's culture, that's art, is going to be vastly rejected and highly criticized. And what you're doing is you're taking something that is an automatic, like, easy financial move, right? Like, if you invest in good storytelling, whether it's video games or entertainment, you just invest in pure good storytelling, that's going to win. Like just time after time after time after time, the best stories win. But when you are critiquing great things like PRAGMATA, like for example, the Barbie movie, right, was this really had this really wholesome ending about, actually, the woman is supposed to desire to be a mom, and the best thing you can do is to be a mom, and that is a great story. But the Barbie movie was completely flagged as this feminist sort of nonsense film. But when a critical analysis of it, you actually go, actually, kind of, it's not. It's not. There might have been some feminist messaging, but the overall plot of that film was, it's good to be a mom. And so what you're doing is these investors are just seeing that everything that gets made that's good is sharply criticized when it shouldn't be. And so you're actually taking something that is a easy win for an investment, and you're actually making it seem like it's a risk. You're giving this false appearance of pop culture being this heightened risk when it's really not. Tell good stories make money. That's it. It doesn't matter what the pop cultural influencers think. And so what I want to do, please listen to me, pop culture influencers, especially conservative pop culture influencers. I'm not talking about the Kotaku stuff. Conservative pop culture influencers, stop hating everything. That's it. Stop hating love some things. Share, how about this? Share the things that you actually love. Can we do that? Like every pop culture influencer that's leaning conservative today, if you watch this video, share something you love. And also share something you love that nobody knows exists. Let's start there. Let's build sort of this indie groundswell of artists and talent that most people don't know exist. And let's share that as stuff you love. Because what I would like to see is I would like to see you guys sharing stuff you love as much as stuff that you hate and nitpick and rage bait. Like, just stop with the rage bait. Like, it's gotta stop. And here's another thing. I want you to share stuff that a majority of your audience hasn't been introduced to. Right? If you're a conservative pop culture influencer, share some really good young hip hop. Do that. It doesn't have to be country. Like, share something out, punk rock. Just share something from a new artist that you've been enjoying, some artist that you found that's less than 10,000 subs, and just say, I really like these people. Use your platform to promote new artists, new talent, and don't focus your platform on stuff that just makes people angry all the time. And I know the algorithm works based on replies and stirring up rage and making people mad and making people share stuff. So I'm not asking you to build your entire platform on something that the algorithm absolutely rejects, which is stuff that's good and people like. I get it. But do it more often. Share stuff that's wholesome and good and true and beautiful, and don't even give commentary. You don't have to explain why this musician is good. You don't have to explain why this indie filmmaker is good. Just do that. I like this. Okay, can we start a movement, a hashtag, I like this, when it comes to artists and pop culture and entertainment? And also, just one more thing for the hashtag I like this movement. One more thing. It doesn't have to be political. Don't share stuff that you like because it's political. Just share good stuff, good stories, good movies, good TV shows. Just hashtag I like this. Just I like this. That's all. Let's make more stuff for the conservatives who like stuff, and let's show investors and those with capital that there actually is a strong demand out there of artists and an audience who like to share good stuff. Let's show there's a market for good stuff, and it doesn't have to be preachy, and it doesn't have to be political, and it doesn't have to be Hallmark slop, and it doesn't, it doesn't have to be any of that stuff. It doesn't have to be church slop. It doesn't have to be movies made for 65-year-olds. It doesn't have to be music made for 65-year-olds. So do that. Below this video, just share stuff you like. And let me encourage you to share stuff with hashtag I like this. Okay? I don't feel like that's too much to ask, but you never know.